A lot of people struggle with doing the work. Even if you're passionate about it, it still feels like a chore and you're not able to perform at your best. Can we overcome this and make work effortless? Well, there's a principle of human nature that's used by athletes, musicians, entrepreneurs that allow them to be way more productive. It's called flow. Flow is a state of effortless work. It feels like you're playing even though you're working. If you want to be more productive and enjoy the process, if you want better results during the process, mastering the flow state will help you achieve this. We're going to go through the process of getting into flow step by step in this video. We'll talk about how it will transform your productivity. So what is flow? Flow is a mental state where you're completely immersed in an activity, from painting and writing to prayer and surfboarding. It involves intense focus, creative engagement, and the loss of awareness of time and self. In short, flow is a state in which people are so involved in an activity that nothing else seems to matter. It leads to incredibly high productivity, as in the flow state, things seem effortless. You learn faster, things seem to click together better, and you meet the challenges you face head on. And let me stop here to remind you that you can ask any question that you might have about the flow state or any general questions in the comment section, and I'd be glad to engage with you there. Now let's look at how to get into the flow state. And this has two steps, each with various important parts. And without both steps, you won't be able to be as productive as you may want. So before you start, set up your environment by eliminating as many distractions, both internally and externally, as possible. Let me give you some suggestions about internal and external distractions. Internally, the first thing you want to focus on is your mind. It's important that you're not drowned in worries or overwhelmed with problems. If there are negative thoughts, worries, and stressors that are bothering you, then it's going to be hard for you to focus your mind enough to enter flow. So pull out your journal or talk to a friend and vent out those negative emotions and frustrations and stressors. And just get it out there in whatever way is most natural for you. And you can also try some basic meditations to help with internal distractions. The second thing you want to focus on is your body. Make sure you're well rested by getting enough sleep the previous night. It's hard to focus when you're tired. And the same goes for hunger. Eat something. Eat enough to make you feel full, but not so much that you're lethargic. And besides eliminating internal distractions, you also need to eliminate external distractions if you want to reach a flow state. And so let's look at some of those external distractions. First, make sure that you find a physical space that is as distraction-free and as quiet as possible. And if you're in a public place like a coffee shop, use headphones with some music that helps you focus. It's critical that you put your phone away and disable all alerts and notifications, as this is the biggest source of distractions nowadays. Close all social media and email tabs, remove all unnecessary files and objects from your workspace. And it's important to have clear objectives for the task you're working on. Think about what you want to finish and how you will define success. And be sure to push yourself to take on something challenging that not only helps you improve in your work, but also pushes your skill. And work at your BPT, your biological prime time, or some say biological peak time. And this is the time when you are most alert. And so find the right balance between your BPT, the level of challenge that is most useful for you, and then your skill level and what you're good at. And start with small and clearly completable tasks based on your goals. To achieve the flow state, you have to first get going. So when you sit down to work, try completing a few small tasks to get you in the groove. This can be things like writing a few quick emails and checking off the small stuff on your to-do list. And then build a habit of flow every day, because this is going to make it easier for yourself to get into the flow state if you try to practice it regularly. And that's it. I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, please take a minute to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share this channel or this video with others that you think may be encouraged or who may find it helpful. Additionally, if you're like me, I'm finding that underneath my need for productivity and my drive to be successful, there are often parts of me and feelings and emotions that I've ignored and pushed away. And in my experience, when I engage these parts and stop resisting and pushing them away, I become more aware of what's going on inside of me and what those emotions and parts may be trying to tell me. And as a result, when I slow down and engage them and not resist, I'm more productive and I accomplish more. And so if you want to be more productive, and if you want to explore those parts that you may be ignoring or pushing away play in the process, I encourage you to book a free consultation on my website. If you're feeling stuck, confused, you don't have to go it alone. There's hope. And so I will include a link below. I would love to meet you and walk alongside of you if it makes sense and be a support. But thanks again for watching this video, and take good care of yourself.